Hey guys, it's Courtney here from Willow's Bloom, and I am here to give you guys a pick a card reading about what your spirit guides want you to know. So, messages from them that are going to help you on your path right now. So, this is pile one, this is pile two, and this is pile three. And all you have to do is scroll down below and choose whichever pile resonates most with you. But before we get started, I just wanted to ground us and center ourselves in our confidence, our love, our self worth by playing this solar plexus bowl right here. All right, let's go ahead and get started with pile number one. Okay, so pile number one, these are the messages from your spirit guides. You guys chose this natural, kind of reddish crystal that is from the mountains here in Colorado. So let's have a look. You guys have Lighthouse, Don't Doubt Your Worth, Homeward, Take Yourself Out on a Date, Spirit Woman, or sorry, Spider Woman, Co-Creation, Kuan Yin, Compassion, Keepers of the Earth, You Are Not Alone, Ancient Ancestors Stand Beside You, Lemuria, Creating Heaven on Earth, It's Happening, Jupiter, Abundance, First House, The Body, the Chariot, the Hanged Man, the Traveler, the Hermit, Eight of Acorns reversed, and Four of Crystals. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about first the tarot cards, and then I'll just start incorporating the other oracle cards. So just remember that this is messages from your spirit guides. Okay, so what I'm seeing for you guys, pile one, is I feel like you guys are in a current state of kind of like limbo, where you want to be pushing forward, you want to be making progress with this Chariot card here, but at the same time, it's right next to the Hanged Man, which is a very slow energy. It's something, they're suspended and upside down, and they're not making progress, they're not moving, whereas the Chariot is a complete opposite. They are, galloping towards the goal. And so I feel like maybe you guys have this mixture of internal energy. Yeah, that's what I kind of feel like they're talking to you about, is that there's part of you that wants to move forward but then sort of feels stuck. So that's, I feel like your spirit guides are at least addressing that fact, that they notice that is how you're feeling. But what I feel like they're trying to get you to do is to, first of all, with the Fool card, I feel like they want you to come at life from more of a beginner mindset. And I'm not sure if this is in focus, so I hope it is for you guys. But I feel like maybe there's part of you that's taking things too seriously. Like maybe this stop and go energy is coming from the fact that you're overthinking things, or that, yeah, you're like kind of like planning to a fault or feeling stressed because maybe you're having trouble making certain decisions. But sometimes you just make a decision. And even if it's quote unquote the wrong decision, you support yourself and you tell yourself it was the right decision because you made it and you were meant to make it and you were meant to learn something from it. And so I feel like if you are having some self-doubt, that you're meant to just, again, embody this beginner mindset. The beginner goes out into this trail and doesn't think twice. They just do what they're excited about. And it brings them success. And yeah, they're, get a few bumps along the way, but I think at the core of it, they are blindly following their passion. And I feel like here with this energy, it's almost like you guys really want to follow your passion with the Chariot, but then the Hangman is what's stopping you. And it's almost like the internal fear that comes from, honestly, from wisdom or from experience. Like we can develop more fears about life, about what can go wrong. And as we get older, and I feel like that's the energy you're carrying. And it's almost like with this traveler, you see this bright sun is in the background. And I feel like it's saying there's like a new day, and it's time to be optimistic. It's time to believe in yourself. It's time to believe it's possible and have that, like that beginner's luck in a way. You guys also have the 8 of Acorns, energy and results, but it's reversed. So yeah, I feel like because it's reversed, you don't have the capacity right now. You don't feel like you have the capacity to go after what you want. It's like like it says this is energy. So I mean, I feel like when it's reversed, it's basically saying that you don't have the energy to go after what you want. And it's not that you don't, but with this current mindset in this suspended position, there's no way you're going to have that energy. But I feel like it's going to be coming to you. Things are going to start changing. I just think that your guides want to recognize that, that this is the place that you're in, and then that's okay. That's part of the cycle. But I think part of the way that you're going to get your energy back is to actually rest. And that might seem silly, but sometimes I think we are always trying to push through things and to get more done in our day. And I mean, this quoll is just chilling up here in the tree. I know you guys can't see it because I don't even think this is focusing. So, but yeah, he's just chilling and contemplating life and meditating and going within and rediscovering the light within, the passion within, the inner child within. And it's almost like you guys are just kind of like wearing yourselves out with your mindset and with your like your current approach to going after what you want. And I feel like what this is saying is it's time to just take a rest and connect with yourself further so that you can have more like excitement and this sense of something beginning, as I mentioned before. Okay, you guys also have the 4 of Crystals, control and security. So I mean, one of the things that might be getting to you is money. One of the reasons why you're experiencing this hangman and self-doubt or whatever thoughts are holding you back or somehow stifling you energetically, that might really be around money. If it's not money, it could be your home. Whatever feels like it brings you security, I feel like you don't want to let go of that security. But that's what the traveler energy is. The traveler only has, the Fool only has like this little pack on its back when it takes, when it goes off on its trip. So they travel really lightly. They don't have anything. They're not holding on to things that keep them secure to feel safe, because they know that the adventure and the passion that lies ahead is enough for them, and that they're willing and ready to let go of what they have in order to step into something greater. But that's a risk. Inherently, there's a risk. You lose money, you could lose, house if you move, you can, I don't know, you can lose stuff. When you start your trip, you're leaving behind lots of things. When you become a new person, when you go after what you want, you have to leave your old stuff and your old things behind, including money, including your sense of security. It's safe to stay where you've always been, right? or it's safe to hold on to what you've always had. And I don't think that that's serving you. And I think your guides are telling you to embrace the beginner mindset and to just kind of loosen up a bit your grip on what makes you feel secure and safe, because it's actually a cage that's holding you back. And I think as you contemplate further, as you meditate, as you connect with your soul further, you will really start to see that bigger picture. And you'll really start to see what you're going to be missing out on when you don't take this adventure. I mean, life is not worth living if we're, in a cage, if we're having all of our nice things, but we never go out and do the thing that we want to do. So there is some need here of like letting go and stopping from trying to feel safe. I have absolutely no idea what this is focusing on. I feel like these cards up here. All right, so let's talk about some of these other oracle cards here. Well, I'm really drawn to Kuan Yin, this Kuan Yin compassion card. She's honestly one of my favorite goddesses, her and Saraswati. Because there is nothing more important than self-compassion, self-love. Everything else is born out of this. You can't jump into the arms of life like this Traveler Fool card with that beginner mindset. You can't do that unless you love yourself. Because to reach true fulfillment, to go after your heart's desires, you have to love yourself. And you have to have compassion with yourself along the way. Because as I mentioned, the traveler can get a few bumps and bruises. And it's not about being perfect. That's a really big thing, because the Fool is a beginner. And so you're not going to be perfect, right? And it's kind of like letting that go and allowing yourself to have compassion for where you are right now and just your attempt at trying. And honestly, I think your trying is going to be a hell of a lot better than you guys even realize. And yeah, don't doubt your worth. Like, you guys literally don't realize how incredible you are. And even a beginner or beginner's mindset or whatever you guys are doing, that, like, you're actually way further along. You're not a beginner, which is interesting. But I don't feel like you're giving yourself credit for that. And one way that you can cultivate self-love is by taking yourself out on a date. And what I feel like this means is that you guys are really focusing on you right now. Or at least what your spirit guides are trying to tell you is that you gotta romance yourself. Don't give your energy outwards as much this month, because I feel like what you guys really need to do is take care of yourself and work on your relationship with yourself so you feel like you are filling your cup so much, so that you have the confidence, the courage, and the optimism to be this fool going on this new journey and believing in yourself that you can do it. Because when you take care of yourself, when you show yourself love, you start to believe in your capabilities, and you're showing the universe that you are willing to co-create. Because your needs are met, and now you have something to give to the world. And this co-create is you taking your power and investing it into the universe and creating something that doesn't exist. Your energy, your life force, you were born for this purpose. You have this energy for a reason. You are creating heaven here on earth. And you know what? You're not alone. Your ancestors are cheering you on wherever they are. Maybe it's literal family members that are alive right now, or maybe it's people who've passed away. There are spirit guides, like in this reading right now, that want you to know that you can do this and that you should believe in yourself, and they are cheering you on. And I think that you're actually going to have a lot of success with this. I mean, I pulled Jupiter abundance, you guys. This is the planet of blessings. So it's saying that you are blessed on your journey, and you will be able to reap some positive rewards from whatever it is you're feeling called to do. But you just have to believe in yourself and have this beginner mindset and develop a strong, loving relationship with yourself. And a really great way to do that is by taking care of the body. When the body is in tune, your energy shifts. And then you're able to really start manifesting your dream life here. So that's all I see for you guys, pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated, please let me know in the comments below, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. This is your reading, and this is what your spirit guides want to tell you. I'm not sure what crystal this is, so I'm not even gonna try. All right, you guys got paint the sun back into your sky. Protest, start a revolution. And sundress, do it for you. Isis rebirth. Ceridwen potential. Probably not saying that right. Transformation, things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Cancer, I feel. Capricorn, I use. Uranus, genius. Emperor. Knight of feathers reversed. Queen of feathers reversed. 10 of acorns. Page of feathers. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over these tarot cards first and then the oracle cards. And just remember, this is the messages from your spirit guides on your journey right now. Okay, so we start off really strong with the Emperor card here, which is you really standing in your power. You very focused on your goals, feeling very stable. But then we have the Knight of Feathers reversed. The Knight of Feathers says action and focus. And it's reversed. And you guys also have the Queen of Feathers, perception and truth reversed. So you guys have both truth and focus reversed. So really what I feel like for you guys is happening is that I feel like you're feeling in your power, but I feel like you're almost like lacking clarity about the path ahead. That's what I feel like this Queen of Feathers is saying in reverse. I feel like it's saying that there's something that feels uncertain or like foggy right now for you guys. Almost like you might be on the wrong path, I feel like your spirit guides are saying. And I don't mean like the totally wrong path, and I don't want you guys to just like go change what you're doing. But the first thing that came to me when I saw this was that there is a slight detour that you're going to be making. And if you're watching this when this comes out, we are in eclipse season, so a lot of people are undergoing deep changes. And that's when you really start to realize like your purpose, what relationships aren't working, core issues with yourself that you need to work through. So I feel like there is some pivot here that is going to be happening. And it might feel kind of destabilizing. And that's interesting because you have right now the Emperor energy of focus and stability. So I feel like right now where you are feeling really stable. But what I think your spirit guides are saying is that it's very possible that soon something will come in that will require you to make a change, or that you will feel called to make a change. And then it might feel like, I don't know. I don't know exactly how you're going to feel. I want to say destabilized, but it depends on what it is. It depends on if you want it. And I actually feel like you're going to want it after it happens. Like, whether or not you feel ready in the moment, that I think is situational depending on you guys. But I think when the dust settles, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is what I've been wanting to feel. And it's interesting because you start really strong with this Emperor, but I almost feel like for some reason, like it's not truth. Like it's like stability, but it's not true fulfillment. So it's like comfortable, which is interesting because the Emperor is you standing in your power. But there's almost like a next level. There's a layer. So you're doing great. But honestly, there's going to be something that comes in that you need to make a slight pivot on, and you're going to be doing somehow even better. But I definitely feel like you guys have to leave behind doing so much work because you have to. That honestly might be it. It's almost like you've made, like, this Emperor and these 10 of Acorns, like, you're working really hard, you're being boss, like, you're achieving things, you're owning it, like, you can do it, you're proving to yourself that you can do it. But it's almost like what I'm missing from this Emperor is, or from this, spread in general, is the cups, the emotions, the heart. There's something like in what you're doing right now, even though you're being boss at it, there's something that your heart isn't fully in anymore, or not to the fullest capacity that it could be. And there has to be a slight change. I'm not saying you have to change everything, but there has to be a slight change, your spirit guides are saying, in order for you to actually reach the depth of your fulfillment, which oftentimes comes from challenging ourselves and deep in new ways. And what's cool is that I also pulled the Page of Feathers, which says exploration and discovery, and we have this cute little raccoon on the card. And I mean, what do raccoons do? They're digging through trash, they're going through everyone's stuff, they're running around all mischievous, doing whatever they want to do. And that's kind of like what I think you guys actually need to do. I think there needs to be a slight change, but you don't know quite what it is yet. Like, you can't put your finger on it. You're like, what is this? Like, what's wrong here? But the only way that you're going to discover what that is through exploration, through having fun, through trying new things. There's something out there that's waiting for you. And I'm not saying you have to leave what you've already built. I absolutely don't feel that. But there is some change that needs to happen, and you can only discover what that is by experimenting and trying new things that your heart desires. Because I feel like what you've been doing with this 10 of Acorns is living so much in your, Capricorn energy of responsibility, of thinking, of logic. And it's like, what do you feel? Do you want to sit down and do 8 hours of the same work you've been doing for the last how many years? Or do you want to try that new French class? That's something that interests me. So, or, try that new dance class or meet that new person. I don't know what it is, but there has to be some sort of exploration in order to discover it, because you don't know what it is either. Yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, look at all of these. This is so crazy. We have rebirth, Isis. You guys have more than one rebirth card, which means like lots of Pluto, lots of 8th house, but not in a negative way. I feel like it's like an up leveling, transformation. So both of these, rebirth and transformation, what they're saying to me is that you guys are undergoing deep change, or you're about to undergo deep change. You know what I think it is? I don't actually think you're undergoing like you're taking action on the change right now. What I think it is that you feel it. You guys feel this changing because you're intuitive. And I feel like what you're doing is ignoring your intuition or not acting on it yet. That's okay. Your spirit guides are saying, you know what? You're going to have the opportunity. Things are going to present themselves, and I want you to take action on it when you feel excited about it. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if you don't know where it's going, even if you have to invest time and energy. My camera just shut off. I don't know why. But this stability is not doing you any favors. It's great, and I don't want you to just remove it, but it's not helping you evolve. And you have so much potential when you allow yourself to evolve. It's actually insane what you guys can achieve. You guys are really hard workers. You guys have this Capricorn card. And you're really smart. Like, you guys have a new idea that's waiting for you. And this is the thing about Uranus energy. It's sudden. So whatever exploration you guys are doing, you are going to suddenly get a download about it in the midst of it. And then you're going to start to get the breadcrumbs of clarity. Again, breadcrumbs, you guys. We don't ever get the full sandwich. The breadcrumbs have to accumulate until we can smush it into a piece of bread, basically. And so what you're getting here are genius breadcrumbs, and you're going to feel it in your body. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel yourself turned on. And you know what I mean? Not like that, but like electricity. And that's what Uranus is. It's electricity in your body. When your hairs stand up, when you get goosebumps because you know it's aligned, you know it's true, and you feel it. You're tapping into your moon Cancer energy. You feel it in your body. You know that it's the right thing, and then all you have to do is put it to work. So this is something you have mastered. This is something you have no problem with. You've got the Capricorn energy. You're the emperor. So it's about this exploration and self-discovery in order to find these genius ideas to put them to work. And it's not an easy process. I mean, this says protest, start a revolution. You are not going to make change in your life without messing up some things along the way. You know, you're not going to have your perfect stability if you can't create the change. Does that make sense? No, that didn't make sense. You're not going to have, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I'm getting myself confused. Okay. And so what I feel like you have to do is kind of surrender to the change. Surrender to it. Crack wide open. It's happening for you, not to you. And that's kind of like why I feel like you guys are resisting your intuition. Like I mentioned earlier, I feel like you guys know deep down, you know you're eventually going to get around to doing something about it. But right now you're like, I don't know, you know? Like, I'm going to have to change a lot of things. What's going to be different, you know? Like, I'm going to have to start a revolution. And you don't just go to war or start a revolution without some hesitation. because who wants to do that, you know? So, of course, you're going to have hesitation before you make these changes. But what I know is that it's going to bring you so much happiness. You guys got the sun dress. Do it for you. And sun, paint the sun back into your sky. Look how many suns. You know what the sun is in astrology? It's self-actualization. Don't you want to be actualized? Don't you want to live out your highest potential? I literally pulled the potential card for you guys. This is about you reaching your highest potential. There is something more out there for you. And you have to do it for yourself. You are going to make yourself happy. You're going to paint your own sun into the sky. It's not about what you're losing or what you're changing. It's about what you're gaining. But you just can't see that yet. And so that's why it always feels scary or hard, because we're like, what are we stepping into? But as long as you follow your heart, as long as you're feeling whatever you're doing and it feels aligned and feels electric, then you're on the right path. Even if it's the wrong path. You're still on the right path because it's leading you there at its own pace. So that's what I see for you guys. I hope that this resonated. If so, leave a comment down below and I hope you have a great day. Bye. All right, pile number 3. This is your deck. You chose this natural crystal from the mountains here in Colorado. So again, these are messages from your spirit guides, things that you need to hear right now. They've been really powerful so far, and so I'm really excited to share them with you. You guys got red, forgive, stars, you can manifest your every wish, universe, we're all just stardust, creative spark, stillness. Where are you being called to journey to? Imrama. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? 4th house, roots. Jupiter return, benefits. I'm just going to put these here. Pisces, I believe. Oh, you can't see this. You guys got a lot of cards, by the way. So I'm trying to figure out where to put them. Yod, destiny. Air element, communicating. Also, my camera might shut off part of the way through, so just to warn you, that happened in the last one, if that happens again. The shadow, self-empowerment, ambition. Page of acorns reversed, discovery, enthusiasm. And Knight of Shells reversed, charm and passion, and 4 of feathers, sanctuary, rest. All right, guys, so I'm going to start off by reading your tarot cards, and then I'm going to get into the oracle cards. All right, so yeah, I don't know. When I was shuffling the deck, this card came out, Charm and Passion. And it immediately gave me this intense feeling of like a man, a partner, if you're a man. And yeah, it's reversed. So I really feel like this forgive card is likely in association with it. There's something that you need to let go of when it comes to somebody else. Someone that you love, someone that might have been, someone that brought you joy or was charming, or they just made you feel alive in some way, and then they hurt you. And I think it's time to forgive them and forgive yourself for choosing them. and let go of anything that's surrounding this, because the shadow here, I think, is coming up for a reason. It's saying, I feel like you might be running from your shadows. You know, are you keeping yourself really busy? Too busy? Are you working really hard? There's something here that needs to be faced. And I think part of this is letting go. Forgiveness is letting go of this heavy burden that we're carrying within us emotionally. It's good for us, you know? It's probably even better for us than it is for them. So even if they don't deserve it, something needs to be forgiven or be let go of. And you guys also got the Page of Acorns, discovery and enthusiasm, but it was reversed. I kind of feel like this was representative of the relationship. Like in the beginning, things were so fun. Like you guys, yeah, you were discovering so many things about each other and yourselves, and it was like the honeymoon phase where everything was so fun. Like it's so much pink in these cards, and that's how I felt like it made you feel, kind of like a little girl who was like getting her wish, or little boy. Yeah. And then it wasn't anymore. Something happened. And so what I feel like the universe or your spirit guides are really trying to tell you is that it's time to face the shadows in a really loving way, though. You know? You don't need to do anything intense to get your shadows to come to the surface, to release them. You just need to rest. And wow, yeah. There's a lot here, actually. I'm going to get into all this. I'm really excited to talk about it. But rest, I see this twice here with stillness and with the Four of Swords, sanctuary and rest. This is really big, you guys. So really, I think people tend to underestimate how powerful rest is. It is so healing to just relax. Just journal, sleep, be with yourself. You know, there's some element here of running from the shadow. And you run by staying busy, by always doing stuff, by always being around people. Always talking to someone, always being on your phone. What if you just hung out? What if you journaled? What if you went for a walk? What if you ate your food in silence? What if my camera would focus? What a day that would be, huh? This never ever focuses. This is probably really fun for you guys too. I just have so much hope that it will. It doesn't. Okay. Anyway, yeah, because honestly, I feel like this was hard for you guys. I feel like it was a loss. We have Pisces, I believe, but really what Pisces is about is about like losing things. In the 12th house, that's where things go, you know, to die. I hate to say to die, but you know, they go to the 12th house and then they never come back the same. And it's kind of like that, you know, when you're in a relationship, or this doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, it could be a thing, but I just got romance vibes. Yeah, I'm feeling like it was so optimistic, it was so fun, it was so beautiful, and then it was over. And you're not the same person anymore, you know? They're not the same person anymore. And what's great about Pisces is it's very loving spiritual energy. And it's ruled by Neptune, which just simply surrenders and dissolves things with so much compassion and empathy and sensitivity. And this is kind of where I feel like you guys are. You're in this raw place where you're just dissolving what used to be, who you used to be, what you guys used to have together. I feel like you guys saw yourself kind of like a family, or like there was some stability in this partnership or this thing that you've been going for. So it's almost like you kind of lost your foundation here. Like there's literally a crumbling happening. And this card specifically says, what are you clinging on to? And that is what that is. I don't think you're clinging on to the person. I think you're clinging on to the sadness. I mean, it's the shadow. I think if you really thought that you were going to be with that person, there would be different cards here. What this one is telling me is that there's just sadness, there's heaviness that you guys are holding on to in your heart. And your spirit guides want you to release it, to let it go, by healing yourself through stillness, by facing the sadness that you feel and expressing it, by not holding on to the old memories, the old things that aren't helping you. They're just making you sad. And what they want you to do instead is start a new leaf. Where are you being called to journey to? And I think that a lot of the things that I've noticed with each of these piles actually is this theme of kind of like a little bit of exploration, like a new leaf, trying something new. Everyone has that in some respect, and it's crazy because I feel like that's the same thing with you guys. I mean, once you leave behind, once there's a death, once there's a crumbling, something new has to come into its place. You can be that new person for yourself, or you can be that new thing that was giving you stability. You can give that to yourself, and you can bring so much joy by just dancing with life. Do something to change your energy. So what I feel like this is saying is that it literally, like the sadness is weighing you down. It's time to literally get up and dance it off. Shake it off. Play that Taylor Swift song while you do it. And yeah, for me, for example, the other day I had the most intense energy of like guilt, anxiety, and I did a 6-minute breathwork session for anxiety, and it was immediately gone. And I actually started crying because there was so much energy that needed to physically be released from me. And so besides resting in stillness and allowing yourself to feel what you feel, when you feel like it's getting blocked or dense or intense, you can move, you can sing. You guys, there's something so beautiful about singing your feelings. You can do breath work. There is nothing more transformational than breath work. And I think it's also important to talk about it. Even if you've talked about it 100 times before. There's something very powerful in communicating. You release the burden when someone else holds you and holds that space for you. It's giving the gift of energy, of receiving someone's energy. It's such a beautiful gift. And your friends want to give that to you. Your loved ones want to give this to you. So lean on them. The universe wants this for you. And with this Pisces energy, I believe in this universe here, what I feel like it's saying is that, yeah, you're dissolving things. Yeah, things are falling away. But all you have to do is trust. Trust that this happened for a reason. Trust that you have a purpose. Trust that everything is planned and is going according to plan. And that's really what I see with this Yod card here. Whenever someone has a yod, let me tell you, when it is activated, you feel like 10 things in your life are going wrong at once. And I don't mean just like, oh, I stubbed my toe. I mean like vast life changes. Like you broke up with your 10-year relationship, change. And that's what I'm seeing for you guys with this yod here, is that you're kind of having this like big break, this big transformation, this big overnight change in your life. And the only way to get through something like this, which is so honestly psychologically challenging, but is so meant for you, the only way to get through this is by leaning on the universe and by knowing that yods are a karmic and fated occurrence. You were with this person or this thing for a karmic purpose, and it played its purpose out. And now it's time to let it go. Because you have more growth, more opportunity. And the only way that's going to come to you, the only way you're going to be able to grow and expand to your highest potential, is by letting go of the things that have been keeping you small. Which is whatever this was in the past that used to feel good, that isn't good for you anymore. Because that's how life is. And I feel like the universe is saying, let go. Don't be afraid to let go, because we have something so beautiful waiting for you. And I feel like what it's saying is to give yourself over to your creative genius. Do art. I did the singing bowl at the beginning. Play an instrument. Sing. Let out the inner creation within you. I mean, to me, creation is the most powerful thing. It's our energy, our life actualized into the world for other people to enjoy. You don't even have to share it with other people, for yourself to enjoy. And it feels so cathartic to release your energy through creation. And I think the more that you move your energy physically through your body, the more that you focus on art and the creation of whatever you are desiring in the moment, the more happiness you will start to cultivate. The more centered you will be in yourself. And the more you will start to see how much this was in your divine plan and how necessary this actually was. And because of that, you are going to start manifesting crazy stuff. You guys got Jupiter return, which is when we're given all of our gifts in life, and you can manifest anything you want. So what the universe is saying, there's so much more for you out there. And right now you're holding on to this dense, heavy energy connected to this old thing that is keeping you small, because it once brought you joy. But now it's time to let that go. Forgive any pain, let go of any pain that might be associated with it. And move into your physical body and into your creativity. And allow yourself the stillness. And allow yourself to feel. And know that all of this is in your best interest. And again, don't forget to talk to your friends. They care and they want to know what's going on. And they want to share that burden with you. All right, so this is all I have for you guys, pile 3. If this resonated, please comment down below. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.